Hey fellow gamers, Chatty, Sisa here. This is just a quick update because there's a lot going on this weekend and we also have something very important to tell, especially for the fans of Dragon Age, but I'm pretty sure you already know. So we had the Summer Game Fest on Friday, and on Sunday evening, which is basically now as I'm recording it, the Xbox Game Showcase, and there were a ton of new games which were presented. And I would like to make a very quick comparison between those two. So people were complaining that the Summer Game Fest was not so great. I think it's more because they were expecting more games or different games to be presented as they have seen, and majority of the people were waiting for some huge announcements which didn't really come. There were a couple, but not really what the people were expecting. So there was some negative feedback on that. Now when I compare it to the Xbox Game Showcase, which I have seen now, I think the concept was the same and there wasn't really that much difference in the presentation, but what was very different was that we have seen a ton of world premieres on the Xbox Game Showcase. Majority of them were related to Bethesda and Activision, so obviously the acquisitions did pay off a little bit for Microsoft. Let me start a little bit first with the Summer Game Fest. I did write a couple of notes. They are here on the screen just in case you're wondering where I'm looking at. So the fest started with the LEGO Horizon Adventures, which will be coming out later this year on PlayStation, but also will be playable on PC, which is yay for PC gamers. And for people who are fans of the Horizon series, this was really great news. Even though I think it's primarily it's made for a younger audience, even old people like me could have a lot of fun with the game. I had really a good laugh when I was watching the trailer, so I think this will be fun to play. It's a little bit different than the standard Horizon game, but at the same time it's typical LEGO, so with the typical LEGO humor as well. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Then we had Star Wars Outlaws, which will be an open world game. It will be coming out by the end of August, as far as I can see, especially from my notes here. So that one looked really cool. By the way, on this spot, I did watch both of those fests or game presentations on a stream from N7Kate. In case you do not know her by some miracle, check out her channel, check out her streams. She's really great at streaming. She's having really a lot of fun with these games and with all these shows. So it was really fun to watch that stream, and I think she was just excited as much as I was about some of the announcements. And she will be playing Star Wars Outlaws, definitely, so I'm going to look forward to that one. Then we had Neva, which was an indie game from the creators of Gris, which was presented, and the trailer was absolutely beautiful. So this one was one of the games that were presented, like indie games that had really beautiful art style, and I was really blown away by seeing that trailer. There were also some smaller other games which were presented, and it's really nice to see that they have each like a specific own style and each specific own look to them and feel to them, and you really can see that there was a lot of love put into creating those games. So I'm looking forward to that one, definitely. And then we had Civilization 7, which will be coming out in 2025. It was said that there will be a full reveal later in summer, so I'm really looking forward to that one. I did play Civilization a couple of times. I have to say I'm still in favor of the Civilization 4, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the 7th one and see what they have done with that one. So far we've only seen that trailer, and that trailer looks great, so I'm looking forward to the gameplay and see what it will look like. Black Myth Wukong is coming out in August. and this is one of those games, like there's a ton of games that are coming out in the second half of this year. I think we would need, all of us, like more time to play those. I'm not sure we will have enough time to play all of those. A ton of great games were announced, so this one looks really great from the graphical point of view. Awesome. Then there was Once Human, which was announced, and it is actually, I think, one of the closest from a time perspective. Yeah, it will come out on the 9th of July, so that one is pretty close. The date is pretty close, so that one will be fast here. What was, I think, a little bit disappointing for people, we had the Batman Arkham Shadow introduced, but it will be coming out on VR and in fall. And a lot of people in the chats were not really happy about that it's just VR. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll come out not just on VR. So let's wait for more info there. Then we had something which was again one of those little specific styles and indie styles games. It was called Tears of Metal, and it's an animated Scottish clans hack and slash co-op. From what I have seen, like from that animation, it looked great, so I had a good fun, and of course those Scottish accents, those were awesome. So yeah, this one might be actually fun. Then we had the First Descendant, which is a sci-fi action RPG, and it is, I think, coming out on 2nd July. At least that's the note that I have. It did look really great, so as a sci-fi fan, I have to say this one looked really great, so I will be having an eye on that one for sure. We had also Dune Awakening, which is an open world survival MMO. Not exactly my style of game, but again, from the visual perspective, it looked really great. So that one was really looking great, and the trailer was also very nicely done. Then, and I think this one is coming a little bit late, we had the announcement that Alan Wake 2 will be coming out also as physical media with some deluxe content. And it was previously just an Epic Games Store exclusive, which was a little bit of a flop. Yeah, let me put it that way. And a lot of people have said that if they would be putting it out on physical media immediately at the same time and not just make it an Epic Games Store exclusive, then it might have earned more money. So maybe a learning point for the creators of the game, for the devs. Okay, so that one was a quick summary on the Summer Game Fest. Let me just have a look. Yeah, there is something that I would like to mention as well. So there will be some of those games, and some of those devs have revealed that there will be more information coming out in August on the Gamescom. So something that we should probably look out forward to, and see probably more in-game gameplay from those games where we have only seen the trailer. So that one is something to keep for your calendar. Also, one more thing which I just have seen. Okay, there's a game Killer Bean. It looked fun as hell, so that one definitely is also something that I'm going to look forward to and maybe try it out. So that much for the Summer Game Fest. Now let me pull out my notes for the Xbox Game Showcase, which just ended at this time. And there were, like I said, huge world premieres, a ton of very well-known games, and something that people were mostly looking forward to. What I liked here as well is the various genres and styles that were presented, even though most of those games are well-known, let's say AAA games from huge studios, but still the genres and styles were varying a lot, and I think there's something for everybody. So the most important part here for those people who are Dragon Age fans was we finally got the Dragon Age Veilguard trailer released, and there was Varric. Yes, so everyone's favorite. There were also the companions, and I think it really looks great so far. So I'm hoping to see on the 11th, which is in 2 days, on Tuesday, I'm hoping to see something more from some gameplay as was announced from the game devs. So looking forward, and hopefully it will create even more hype as we had right now, but seeing the trailer was really great. So that was something basically that everybody was looking forward to already during the Summer Game Fest, which we didn't get, and I think that's why some of the people were disappointed, but the Xbox Game Showcase just made up for it. Then we had Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which is coming out by late October. We had Doom presented, we had a Starfield DLC presented. Then there was Expedition 33 with fantastic visuals. I think really this one will be great, so this is something that you should definitely check out. Fallout 76 looked great as well. Not my style of games, I will be honest. I'm not playing Fallout games, but this one looked interesting. Then there was World of Warcraft: The War Within by the end of August, so something to look out forward to as well. Something from the horror corner. I'm not exactly fond of horror games, to be honest. I mean, I'm playing the games to have fun and relax after a stressful day and not to get heart attacks. So yeah, this one will probably not be something that I'm going to play, but if you're a fan of horror games, check out that one. That one is really great, again, from the visual point of view. Fable. So we've got to see not just a trailer, but we've got to see some in-game footage, and I was wondering, I mean, I'm sure everybody is aware there was a huge backlash after we've seen the first trailers and the first screenshots from the game. And people were criticizing the, let's say, main protagonist's face, me included. I really prefer if the female protagonists have really beautiful looks, because if you're going to play a game for countless hours, it's always nice to have a good-looking protagonist, and it didn't seem that way at first when we got the first look on the game. But I do have a feeling that it was fixed a tiny bit. I'm not saying it's perfect, we've seen just a little bit, but it does look like the face is looking a little bit better, let me put it that way. Okay, so a little bit fixed. So we've got some in-game footage, and it's actually looking quite good. So let's wait maybe for a little bit more. Let's wait for the first reviews then when the game comes out, and we'll see whether there was an improvement from the visual point of view or not. Okay, then we had the Microsoft Flight Simulator introduced as well. It looked interesting. I've never played this type of games, but actually this one looked quite fun, and there were various options to be played. So that one was something that I might check out later. We had something that was definitely looking great, and that was the Indiana Jones next game, with some, let's say, great German accent. It's one of my native languages, so I really have to say they nailed the accent spot on. It is definitely looking great. I liked it. It's a first-person game, which normally is not something that's really appealing to me, but the graphic side looked great, and when you heard the music, it's just Indiana Jones, the classic stuff. So it does look great. I won't be lying, this one looks really interesting. And then we had Assassin's Creed Shadows, which will be coming out in November, so that one was also something to look forward to. There's just a ton of games coming out during the second half of the year, and I'm not sure we have enough time for that. Probably have to go into early retirement. Okay, then we had Stalker 2 introduced, and by the end of the show we had Gears of War E-Day. So huge titles, and probably, I think, most of the stuff that the people were really waiting for. So this Xbox Game Showcase was really a peak highlight of this weekend, I would say, definitely. The only last thing that I'm really now looking forward to is the Tuesday's showcase from the Dragon Age Veilguard. The devs are supposed to show us the gameplay, so I'm really looking forward to that one. And definitely there is something that we can look out for. The game is supposed to come out during the fall 2024 as well, so I guess people will have to prioritize what they want to play at the end of the year. Definitely I will update you if there is something more about the games, but so far this is all I have. That's just a quick recap. I hope you did like it, and yeah, sorry for my mumbling, it's just from the get-go. Thanks a lot for watching, stay tuned and game on.